Hi everyone. The first database we're going to explore in our database exploration series is called the LearningExpress Library. While it is one of our smaller databases in terms of its actual size, the LearningExpress Library contains a wealth of information primarily centered around academic and career resources. You can find resume builders, SAT prep tutorials, occupational exam practice tests, and so much more. In this video, we'll cover the first two sections, the Career Center Plus and the Job and Career Accelerator. Let's take a look. From our homepage at countylibrary.org, we're going to look up to our main menu and click eLibrary, and then Research Databases. Although a link to LearningExpress Library is provided in the New and Featured section, its permanent home is all the way down in Study Guides. Let's click on it. Because I'm using this database while I'm in the library, it doesn't ask for my library card number, but it will ask you. Just type in the full 14-digit number on the back of your library card beneath the barcode. Do not put spaces. While you don't need an account to browse what's available, you will need one to use any of the tutorials, ebooks, practice tests, and other resources. So let's go ahead and sign in. If you are creating an account for the first time, you can click Register here. It will ask for your name, your email, and a password. But if you don't have an email address, to create an account, you can click Register without email. And instead of an email address, it will ask you for a security question and answer. But let's go back to signing in because I do have an account. Signing in will take you to your profile, which shows anything you're currently working on. However, let's ignore this for now and go back to the home page. This page contains the search bar and the centers. Each of these little sections is considered a center and offers resources different from those provided by the other centers. You can click on a center and follow the links until you find what you're looking for. However, if you know exactly what you need, you can type it directly into the search box. Let's search for resume builders. Much like Google, we can see it's offering me multiple suggestions. If one of them works for you, just click on it. If not, just continue typing what you wanted and hit enter or click search. Just below the search bar, we see that LearningExpress Library allows you to choose what types of resources you want. By default, you'll be shown everything. You can unclick or click to make your selection, and the results below will automatically update. Some resources are unavailable depending on what you search, and, of course, like computer courses, you cannot click on them. We're not going to click on any of the results, because we're going to do that when we explore the centers. Before we leave this page, though, I'm going to draw your attention to the Centers menu option at the top. This contains all the centers and links that were available on the home page. For now, let's click on Home. And let's begin with Career Center Plus. We can see that this primarily contains occupational exam preparation tools, as we can see by the very long list of exams. The first two links, on the other hand, are Learn More About a Career and Job Search and Workplace Skills. I'll click on the first one. Let's look around a bit on this page before we get into learn more about a career. Each of these links that we saw on the home page under Career Center Plus are located on this page. And yes, that is true, as we can see that the exams are all here as well. Because we had clicked on Learn More About a Career, this drop-down was already made visible, but you can close and open sections as much as you want. Just as a reminder, you can also access this page by hovering over Centers, Career Center Plus, and clicking on Learn More About a Career. We can see that each career subsection has at least one link associated with it, and in this case, it has either one or two links. Let's click on Become a Nurse. You might recognize that this page is very similar to what we'd see if we had used the search bar. We can limit by type of resource and choose from the options below. Clicking on Download the ebook will save the book to your device as a PDF, and you can read it as you would any PDF document. This screen recording software only shows what's in my current tab, but the book did download successfully and would open in Adobe Reader or another PDF reader. To recap a bit and go to another section, I'm going to go back to Home, Career Center Plus, Learn More About a Career. We explored nursing very briefly, so let's now look at another example, career information for veterans, specifically transition to college. This resource is actually a tutorial, so let's take a further look. The tutorials are slightly different than what we've seen before. You can choose a unit and a lesson and click on an individual page, or going back up to Course Introduction, we can click here to start from the beginning. You will use the sidebar here on the left to navigate through the tutorial. Let's go back. And here we have a pop-up asking us if we want to save our progress. Remember, when we first signed in, we were taken to our profile, which showed our saved progress on our module. Clicking Save will store this tutorial in our profile. So we explore the first section of Career Center Plus. Now, let's scroll down and look at job search and workplace skills. This set of links centers around skills you may need if you're currently employed. Let's click on Change Careers. Scrolling down, I'm going to pause and I want to point out this tutorial, which we saw in the previous section. You will see some overlapping resources as you continue throughout the site, especially if you choose to browse through the centers rather than use the search box. It just depends on how LearningExpress Library decided what made most sense to include in each section. Regardless, we see that these resources are books and tutorials, which we've already explored, so we'll go back. Oh, this is the wrong one. If you ever find that you're on the wrong page, you can go straight back to Home or just go right to Centers and go back and click on what you were looking for. Now, let's pick email etiquette. This is also a tutorial, but let's click on it to see how it's formatted. In this case, email etiquette is a video tutorial. We can play the video with closed captioning, or we also have this transcript available that we can read, download, or print. At the very bottom, the next and previous buttons will help you navigate throughout the tutorial. Once again, let's go back. Scrolling down to the exam preparation sections, we can see on each that we have ebooks and practice exams. We already looked at ebooks, so now let's look at the exams. For each test, you can either print it out or take it in your browser window, which is what we're going to do here. This screen tells you more about the test, how to select answers, and how to navigate. It will also show you how many questions there are and how long the test lasts. You have 3 test modes to choose from. A simulation will force you to adhere to the time limit. The practice will not enforce the time, but you can only see answers when you've finished. Finally, Learner will not show a time, and will give you the answers to each question after each question if you so choose. Choosing simulation and hitting Start Test, we can see the timer. But let's exit and take a look at the Learner option. Clicking Learner, Start Test, and we can see the timer is absent, but if I click here and check answer, I can see if I got the answer correct. Now, back to the home page. We've taken a look at Career Center Plus. So now it's time to explore the Job and Career Accelerator. This one is much shorter. Once again, clicking one link will display the entire set of links. Let's start from the top with Build Resumes and Job Letters. You might be wondering why this section didn't expand to show additional links and instead took us straight to some results. This is simply because it had no additional subsections to show. Here we find a new type of resource, Career Tool. These 2 resources are much like cover letter builders and resume builders you'll find online. You just enter your information into the text boxes it provides, and by the end, you have your completed product. Here, of course, you don't have to worry about watermarks or unexpected paywalls. Let's go back. Find a career match. Shows a skills matcher and interest matcher quiz. It's not unlike the practice exam that we saw just a minute ago. Going back. Explore Occupations is essentially an occupational handbook online. We can see 4 categories of jobs displayed here, but clicking on one will open a page that has them all. And as we can see, we have the occupational groups, the in-demand occupations, military to civilian occupations, green economy occupations, and you can also just search by keyword. Just to show you an example, we see that this section tells us about different industry groups. If we click on arts and entertainment and click on agents and business managers, we can see that this page contains a short video, but also wages and industry trends, the knowledge, skills, and abilities you'll need, education and training necessary, related occupations, links to outside sources, and even a place where you can view the available jobs in the area. Returning to the Job and Career Accelerator, we'll select Search for Jobs and Internships. This section offers search engines to search for job positions in one and internships in another. These searches are embedded in LearningExpress Library. Going back, preparing for an interview offers sample letters and an interview tutorial. The sample letters, as we can see, are in ebook format. Career eBooks Library is exactly what it sounds like. Ebooks about various occupations. These are actually the ebooks that we saw when we took a look at occupational practice exams and study resources earlier in the video. Finally, Discover Schools and Scholarships provides two other search engines, one for scholarships and one for schools. You'll have the option to search and limit your search by related factors, for instance, grade point average or location. Once more, I will navigate to the homepage of LearningExpress Library. Today, we covered Career Center Plus, as well as the Job and Career Accelerator, both of which provide an abundance of career resources, including books, practice tests, tutorials, and specialized searches. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please give us a call if you have any questions about any one of our databases. Or feel free to leave a comment or question below, and we will get back to you. Next time, we'll cover LearningExpress Library's High School Equivalency Center and its School Center. See y'all next time. Bye.